Y'all give me 2 minutes, 3 minutes. I'll be ready to rock and roll.
All right, we're gonna give it a minute. We're trying to get on YouTube Live right now, so we'll be there in just a moment. Mhm. And I believe we are live. I believe we're there. Praise God for that. Um, yes. All right. Well, welcome tonight to our Wholeness Revolution Challenge. I am Dr. Angela J. Holmes of Chicago. I am the CFO for XI Now Success Academy Worldwide, and I am so excited to be here tonight. I am sitting in for the greatest leader on this side of heaven, none other than our very own Dr. T.V. Wilson, and to our First Lady as well, Lady Denise Wilson. We are just so happy to have them as our leaders, and we are excited for tonight. Let me say this. We have had 5 days of such great information and instructors. And Monday, we had our spiritual department with Bishop Perry L. Austin. And on Tuesday, we had our very own instructor, Dr. Ed Wheeler, who did our physical. And then on Wednesday, we had our dean of the social department, none other than Dr. Kimberly Austin, who did a wonderful job as well. And also, along with her, Dr. Yvette Mitchell. And also on Thursday, we had our very own again, Dr. Ed Wheeler, who did the mental department, did a fabulous job. And tonight, we have our very own financial department. Great this morning, none other than Pastor Sheila Scott. She hit that ball right out the park, talking about real estate and what you need to do in order to purchase a home and how to get your credit straight. She talked about your bank accounts and money. She talked about getting your taxes in order and making sure that you set some goals and reach those goals so that you are able to purchase the home of your dreams. And so we had a wonderful time this morning. Tonight, we have a great treat for you, and it is with none other our president of the business development and in the financial department, along with the dean of the financial department, Professor Keith Dalton. Our presenter tonight is none other than Gary Sugar. And so we're going to get prepared for him to be able to have the time that he needs to get the information to you. We are so glad. I see my leader who has popped in, Dr. T.V. Wilson. And Dr. Wilson, would you like to say something before we get started?
Well, I'm excited. I'm excited about Mr. Gary Sugar. I know he's going to do a fantastic job. You know, it's just amazing. We've had today is the fifth day. This is part 2 of day 5, the last event, and we saved the best for last. That's none other than Gary Sugar. We started off with the spiritual. We had on Monday was the spiritual. On Tuesday we had the physical. On Wednesday was social. Thursday was mental. And today we have the best of the best with Mr. Gary Sugar. And I just want to say, sit back, listen, learn. He's an incredible leader and has great information. Mr. Gary Sugar, take it away, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Wilson. I know that he's excited to be here, and he's coming off. I know he had a couple of things he had to do before he came on, but we're so excited, and I'm glad that all of you are here. Our international president from Pakistan, Pastor Ashad Boa, he's here. Also with Pastor Sheila Scott, she's back tonight with Minister Joette Claude and Erwin Mosby, and our First Lady, Lady Denise Wilson, and also Brother Nat is here. So please make sure you share this with everybody. Let them know that we are live on YouTube and that we are excited for what we're getting ready to hear tonight. Brother Gary, whenever you are ready, please come off your mute, off your mic, and we're ready to hear you, man of God. Take it away. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. I see you coming off of mic, but we can't hear you. So I know
Maybe
that.
this is better. If y'all give me
There you
one,
go. Yes,
yeah,
yes,
sorry for
yes.
this delay. We're gonna have some fun tonight. If y'all give me 1 minute, I'm gonna switch over to the computer. That way you all can hear me and actually see me. So if y'all don't mind, 1 more minute.
All right, that's fine. So while he's doing that, I want to remind everyone that tomorrow night we have our student forum. Who's going to be going forth? We have a great event planned for you on tomorrow. We also going to be celebrating January birthdays, and we have a great graduation of level 1 that we're going to have that ceremony on tomorrow night. So you don't want to miss that. Our vice president of the Student Forum, Brother Nat, is here, and the president of the Student Forum, Joette Claude, is here as well. And so we're going to be prepared and we're getting ready to have a good time for that on tomorrow night. So don't forget, it's tomorrow night. It starts at, I believe, at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. I hope I'm right. You all let me know. 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And so we're going to have a good time on tomorrow. You don't want to miss the graduation, all right? It's going to be phenomenal. And also, our classes, our semester starts February the 5th, and you want to make sure that your subscription is up to date so that you are able to attend all of the classes that we're going to have and all of the events that we have as well. So with that being said, I am excited to hear Brother Gary Sugar. All right. So we're looking forward to it. I believe it's going to be phenomenal. And I see Minister Lolita Terry, who's here. God bless you, woman of God. It's always good to see you. And I'm very glad you're here tonight. So I am just excited because this same man that's going to be presenting tonight, he's also going to be giving a word on Sunday at our Sunday service. So you want to make sure that you are here for that because God is doing something in his life. He's using him more. And so make sure that you are here on Sunday, and we'll see some of the information come through the feeds that we have, and you'll be able to get online. All right. So we're grateful. It's good to see Written Word Publishing here tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. And we're excited. And we're going to get started in just a moment. If Brother Gary, if you're ready, we're ready and waiting with our pens and paper. Get pens and paper so that you can take notes, because this is a challenge. And when you're being challenged, that means that there's something that you need to do to take away so that you can put it to your life, that you can apply it to your life. It's an application, actually. And so you want to make sure that whatever you learn, whatever you take away from this challenge, that you're able to do the challenge, find out what it is that can help you, get your mind in order, or get your finances in order, or whatever it is that you need to do to make your life better. And don't forget, this is 2024. It's a new start of a new year, and it's a start of a journey of transformation. And you got to soar to achieve more in 2024. So you've got to do something. And when you do something, that means that you're participating in your own rescue. So with that being said, I am so happy to see our presenter here tonight, Brother Gary Sugar. We're ready for you. We're waiting for you. We have our pens. I got my paper and my pens, and I'm waiting for you. So take it away, man of God. It's going to be phenomenal. You're on mute.
I appreciate you so much for just holding it down in the very beginning. No sugar time today. But with that said, look, I'm the grand finale, and I appreciate the great words of praise that you all bestowed upon me. But I'll just say this: we are a mirror reflection of one another. So what you shared about me, I'm just holding up a mirror, reflecting it right back to you. I appreciate the platform, all the people here, just the love and the community that we have. I'm gonna make my presentation very brief, very simple. It's probably gonna be information that you've heard before, and then we'll see if I can add a little twist, a little flavor to it. You should recall my grandmother. She make a cake or some cookies or anything she would cook. There was things that were on the recipe that we all could follow, but there was a little extra that she added to it that she would never share with us, those secrets. But that's what I'm looking forward to doing here tonight. So with that said, our whole call is going to be about money attitude. That's what tonight's message is all about, our money attitude. And I want everyone, as I pull up this PowerPoint, and we're going to have a conversation tonight. It's not a presentation, even though I throw out some presentation slides. We're going to have a conversation around money tonight. Here's a couple of questions I want everyone to ask themselves as I share this. And oh, I see on my other computer here. I think we're here. Question number one, how am I? Oops. Here we go. First question is, how do I feel when I have money? How do I feel when I have money? I mean, I'm not worried about paying the bills. I'm not worried about being able to provide to others. I'm not worried if an emergency shows up. How is my attitude? How am I feeling when it comes to having money? Second question, how am I feeling when I don't have it? When I'm challenged to make that payment? It could be the rent, it could be the car. Have to sacrifice, have to let go of certain things. How is my attitude, or how am I feeling then when I can't provide to others, when I can't go out and treat myself? How's my attitude? How's my energy? How am I feeling? I want everyone to just take a pause and just breathe that in. And see, is there a difference in our demeanor, our disposition when we have money versus when we don't? Now, that's part of the homework, is to take inventory. So I'm starting the challenge early by giving you part of the challenge is to take inventory on that. Now, I'm only giving you a few seconds, but my challenge here is to go back and really sit with that. Really sit with it. Some of you on this call got plenty of money. Challenged with having plenty of money. I want you to reflect in life when you didn't have it. Did I have the same attitude? Did I rock the same energy wave that I have when I have money than when I did not have it? The reason I'm bringing it up for those of you who do have it, because it may come an important time that you don't have it anymore and you have to rebuild again. Will our attitude change when we have to do it all over again? Or we'll be down in the rut, frustrated, questioning life, quite frankly, questioning God. On why am I in this situation? Gratefully, when we're done here today, that our mindset around money, or our attitude around money, is even killed. Good when I have it, I'm good when I don't. Why? Because I'm complete without it. I'm complete with it. Meaning it does not make me. And as sure as heavens don't control my emotions. And now, I'm going to share this with you all. So some of you may think, well, it's easy to say when you're in certain situations. I probably know the welfare system inside and out. It's when my early stages of life, which I should have had that picture in here. Guess what? We'll do this presentation again. I'll have some more colorful pictures. My first introduction to it was growing up with my grandmother, right there on the streets of St. Louis. Where we had the food stamps that looked like Monopoly money. Today, they look like credit cards. Where we had what we call Eagle stamps. going in there and trying to get the Eagle stamps to keep them in the booklet. So I don't know, we got discounts with it or what. I have no idea. Wow, it's a shame of walking in grocery stores with that. But the beauty behind being raised by someone named Miss Emma May Bostic, that didn't define us. So her attitude was always right. When the money was there and when the money wasn't there. She had this level of appreciation for life. And my message here, as we get through the presentation, and y'all will see it at the end, or better yet, my goal, is that we have this level of celebrating life no matter what the circumstances are. Knowing that with the power of our word, we can create life. Where my awareness or our awareness is, that's where our energy goes. And when we know we have that type of power, it doesn't matter what the circumstance or the situation is. We have control over that. So with that said, let's dive into this. We're going to talk about 6 keys to shifting our money attitude. Dr. T.V. Wilson, I do have 11, but for the sake of time, we're only going to talk about 6 tonight, but we will come back and revisit this conversation because the other 5 have some more about how to. So these first 6 is all about the why, the mindset around money. We're going to talk about gratitude for abundance, detachment from materialism, embracing financial uncertainty, having a holistic approach when it comes to money, that wealth perspective, generosity and giving back, and the last one, appreciation. Let's dive into the first one. Key number 1, gratitude for abundance. And as we go through this, asking each person to pick one out. So I'm giving you the challenge throughout here. I asked you to take inventory earlier. I'm giving you the challenge throughout. You can take all 6 and do inventory when it comes to all 6, or you can take one and just focus on that one. When we come back and do this presentation again, let me move this out of the way. We do this presentation again, you can pick up another one. I'm gonna go slow enough that you grab all 6, pick which one you want to focus on. And as always, take inventory. You probably heard me say that 4 or 5 times now. You probably gonna hear me say it about another 30 times before we're done. But that is the challenge here. So having a gratitude for abundance. What is it? Appreciation for what you have, fostering contentment. When we truly appreciate where we are right now in life. And many of you who heard me speak before, and some of you are hearing it for the first time, but you probably have heard it from someone else who have shared a similar statement or sentiment. That is, if anything on our journey in life would have been different, like any one thing, when it comes to 1 second of life would have been different, we would not be here today. If we have any gratitude or appreciation for where we are right now on our journey, we may not like it, we may not love it. But damn it, we can appreciate where we are. And when we get to number 6, I'm going to double down on this message here. When we can appreciate where we are, we tune our energy into what we can create. Meaning we're not looking at our present circumstance as something that's permanent, but it's temporary. So if you don't have enough money in the bank account, let me change my attitude around it. Let me appreciate for what I do have. Let me appreciate that I even have a bank account. To open the door for more to be able to flow in. Let me appreciate my health. Let me find something that I can express a gratitude for, especially when it comes to abundance. Because this goes to owning the statement, am I worthy? Or that declaration, am I worthy for abundance? Or I'm subjected to my circumstances here. Now, I'm not talking to you rich fellas and ladies on this call. I'm talking to the ones who are going through some things right now. Or those may be reflecting back when they were going through some things. Remember my first assignment? It was about our attitude, either or, when I have it or when we don't have it. making sure that through awareness, we can have the proper energy, and it starts with appreciation, having a gratitude for abundance. I was reading this book called Stop Worrying and Start Living by Dale Carnegie. And in there was a segment that talked about how much is a part of our body worth. Now, I'm paraphrasing here, but when the young lady was posed the question, how much would you sell your leg for or a limb off of your body for? There's no price, there's no amount in the world that a person could pay me for that. And that alone, that person realized how wealthy they were. Instantly being able to shift over to having a gratitude for abundance because we are that asset. We are God's creation, the wealthiest thing walking this earth. There's nothing man can do outside of us that's greater than what's inside of us. The challenge that most people have, constant comparison to others. That's why sometimes most should detach from some of the platforms that we are on. We see an end result. It could be fake, it could be real, but we see an end result that's being portrayed, that's being showcased in front of us. Instead of getting inspired by what we see, we can start comparing ourselves. We may see a fellow classmate or a friend or a different relationship out there that may not look like ours. Like they may be enjoying life, traveling everywhere, et cetera, et cetera. We don't know the story behind the story. And it moves us out of the present moment, being able to appreciate this moment and start focusing on what's not here. It brings us to lower levels of energy, if you will, to where we could be frustrated, being distracted from opportunities that are right there, answers to our prayers, but we're too busy comparing ourselves to others instead of appreciating others, allowing that to be an inspiration. We start focusing on lack and what we don't have. But we can cultivate a mindset of gratitude, regardless of the external circumstances. We can start writing our own checks. Oh, what just happened here? That went in reverse order. We can start dictating our outcomes in life. So number 2, let me go. I don't even see a clock. I'll have a big clock right behind. All right. I can't see it on the screen, so Apostle, you come off the mic at any time and say, brother, hurry up, or you're doing good. So I can't see that clock.
You are doing good. You are doing good. You got time.
So, all right. We good. All right. Appreciate it. Key number 2, detach from materialism. Key number 2. We describe this one. I want to cultivate a mindset that values experiences over possessions. Cultivating a mindset that values experiences over possessions. Here's the challenge that most people, or many, could face. It's me accumulating, or at least that being the focus of accumulating. Excessive materialism may lead to unfulfilling pursuits. Meaning where our focus is on just going and accumulating things, externals, instead of enjoying the process and enjoying the experience of creating whatever it is. It could become an addiction. It could become such an obsession that people start compromising their own values, their own characteristics, or their true character in order to get it. Many people start going after any and everything, compromising their true vision, compromising their true potential, that power that's on the within, in the name of gaining said materialistic things. Now, I'm not saying we shouldn't desire, but my encouragement here is to create, not desire. When we desire or we yearn for something, we're moving ourselves out of the present moment of appreciation and we're focused on the lack of having something. We get into this creative space like a child, like as a kid, we plant, oh, you can't see, I was pointing to the wall over here, the vacant lot we played on, which was our playground. Our imagination was running wild out there. You couldn't tell me we didn't have what we possessed in our hand, even though it was a rock or it was a brick ditch that we sat in. You couldn't tell me what we weren't driving in the fanciest cars. I wasn't on my plane. That's where our imagination went to. And being excited about being able to create that, those same situations in real form when the time was right, meaning when I came of age and was able to generate my own money, but it wasn't coming from a position of lack, of not having. I was excited about it. I held it in my hand, even when it wasn't there. And most of you, you talk about walking by faith. I was walking by knowing. Because when it was already done for someone else, why it could not be done for me? Detaching from things on the outside allows for us to go inward and really start creating, tapping back into that childlike state, creating and not worrying about when it was going to show up or getting frustrated that it's not here right now. Just excited about the possibility how our mind can go with no limitations. But for some reason, when we get older, we get what we call responsibilities. We put that on the shelf. And oftentimes, it's the material things that keep us from playing around in our imagination. Comes to the mindset here, develop a detachment from materialism, seeking fulfillment beyond material wealth. We don't have time to talk about it. We do some of our classes, and I bring this back. We're going to talk about those passion projects. That's where this comes in at. What was our call to this earth to do, to release? Taking inventory if I'm on that path or not. If the houses come along with it, great. I'm gonna have fun creating that. I'm gonna not look at where I'm at right now and think I'm missing something, or there's a gap or a void, because there is no void. As long as I'm lockstep with what I was called to do and continue to release that purpose to the world through my passion projects, everything is destined for me. Whatever my imagination can hold, and then trusting that what's on the outside of me, because my energy is in the right place, and I'm releasing that potential, I'm giving those seeds of gifting back. Instead of taking them to the grave with me, everything that I can't even imagine is going to be drawn to me that's going to serve me. Detaching from materialism. It's key number three. Key number two. Key number three. Embracing financial uncertainty. Accept and adapt to the inevitable uncertainties in financial life. The fear of the unknown can lead to anxiety, poor decision making. That's when people get desperate. Like I was reading Deepak Chopra, this in 7 Spiritual Laws of Success, right here on my shelf. 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. And he breaks down the more uncertain things are, paraphrase here, the more exciting is for life. Makes you know you're on the right path. Here's what I love when we're unclear of where we may sit in when it comes to embracing financial uncertainty. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you needed something that wasn't in your bank account, wasn't in your portfolio, and you didn't needed it now? And you did all that you believed you could do. Call everyone up, asking, get turned down left and right. Frustration starts to kick in. Almost falling into a depressed state. Some get into a depressed state. Some get into a space of where they're angry at the world, start cursing at God. Right here. Then, have you felt you have exhausted all options? You let go. You surrender. You embrace financial uncertainty. And next thing you know, you get a phone call. Someone you haven't thought about. Said, you know what? You've been on my heart. You did something for me 5 years ago. It's always stayed with me. You helped me out when I was in the bind. Some told me to reach out to you right now. And I want to pay you back tenfold. Or you walk up on the car lot and you see the ideal car. And when you weren't looking for a car, but here's the crazy part. You had planned to see that I wanted a new car a couple of years ago. And all of a sudden your car broke down at an unexpected time. And you didn't have any reserves to be able to go purchase that car. And we frustrated because we can't get the car fixed, can't purchase a new car, at least we believe we could. I need transportation. And some intuitive nudge made you walk up on a lot. God took you on a test drive. All right, this is what I've been looking for. I always wanted something that felt like a Cadillac on the inside, or something that can handle the snow out here, in between a SUV and a luxury vehicle, leather interior, sunroof. Man, it felt like a dream was coming true until you finish the test drive and you get out the car and the person said, let's go do some paperwork. Well, hold on, I was just looking. I really can't afford that. And someone is following their own intuition. They may want to sell, but at least they following the plan, because the plan had nothing to do with them and wanting to sell. The plan had everything to do with you broadcasting, I want something new, but refusing to let go of the old in order to get to the new. So the old had to be destroyed in a way that you had no choice but to turn and walk through these doors. As you sit there, you're thinking, you're contemplating, well, I can't afford this, but well, what I got to lose? Don't have anything right now. Probably can't afford it, probably gonna get turned down. Whatever we process, we start canceling out our blessing because we're not embracing financial uncertainty. All of a sudden, the man said you approve. Now you sit up in your chair, you kind of excited, like what? Well, if we get this particular down payment, the car's yours, free and clear. You got it. Now, new energy comes. You're excited, but then we can become dejected. And there's that moment right there. Keep your head held high. You walk out the doors. Say, I'll be in touch with you tomorrow. You're on your way back home, wondering, that's it. That's the car. I mean, that was it. Like, there's no doubt in my mind. That's the car I've been dreaming about. But God, I don't have the down payment. Where can I get that down payment? Right now, I'm gonna turn it over to you. I'm going to surrender. I'm going to release. I'm going to embrace financial uncertainty. Guess what happens tomorrow? You wake up and go to work. You're sitting there thinking, and you share with a couple of people that, man, I found my dream car last night. The guy trying to come over here today to bring it to me. I'm probably going to have to make this phone call and tell him I can't do it because I don't have the down payment. And all of a sudden, one of those people you just shared that with. So you know we got some stock that was just invested. That just vested. Have you looked at your stock lately? Wasn't even paying attention to it. Been sitting there for a couple of years. Guess who went and got their new car? We totally surrender and embrace financial uncertainty. Get out of how we think it's supposed to go. Get excited about that was meant for me. I don't know how it's going to work itself out, but I know that was meant for me. It always works itself out when we stop trying to force solutions and sit in what we call our power chair. Some call it sit in the seat of the sun. Get in our power position and know. That's cultivating a mindset that embraces uncertainty. That's a natural part of our financial journey. I'm racing through these last ones. I don't even know where I'm at on time. I know I keep saying that. Having a key number 4, a holistic wealth perspective. This one speaks for itself, family. View wealth as encompassing well-being, relationships, and personal growth. This goes back to the journey, embracing the journey. If any one thing was different on our journey, we would all not be here right now. If I'm tuned in, turn on about what I was called to do, my purpose, and we engaged in our passion projects, bringing something that we feel is going to be life-changing, not only for ourselves, but for those out there in humankind. We can start walking with this holistic wealth perspective. Everything is shaping up in my favor. The relationships, my journey, it's all growing to me. My setbacks, which are my setups, I get to learn from these experiences. I get to sit here and know whatever I'm doing right now, it is necessary. Here's the challenge that most people face, or many, or a few. Probably none of you on this call. Narrow focus on monetary wealth may neglect other crucial aspects of life. How can I break this one down in just a few words? Oftentimes we follow logic, our domesticated mind. And the more we do that, the narrower our focus is. It's hard to just sit still and be. Because I got a race, I got to chase. I'm forcing solutions right now in my circumstance or my situation. I'm guilty of this. Sometimes you ignore your loved ones because you're about to hustle, about to grind. We have a holistic wealth perspective. We can be still, allow things to unfold accordingly. That doesn't mean there's going to be pockets of your life where you're busy because you're in flow, and that's where the stream is carrying. And there'll be other moments in your life it feels like nothing is happening. I have nothing to do. I don't feel like doing it. But that moment of pause isn't a not feeling like doing anything. It may be channeling the attention in a different direction because we're so bent out of shape about money, a particular dollar, a particular thing, we neglect everything around us. Here, the encouragement is to develop a mindset that values balance and harmony in all aspects of life beyond just monetary wealth. Some of you probably laugh because y'all probably said that boy he doesn't have any balance. Yeah, I do. Because everything I do in life is all married together. Everything. And this is a different training. I would promise you I would add this as part of what we will share going forward, probably doing our leadership call, our leadership show. You take your purpose in life and your passion projects, and you marry that to your profession, your personal relationships. That leads to prosperity. That's a success formula that I live by. Yeah, all is in harmony. Doesn't mean you're going to be there all the time in all areas of life. But what you will feel like, you feel like you're in flow. You feel like you operate in a state of peace and harmony. And you will be where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be there. Number 5, we're almost there. Number 5, generosity, giving back. Many of you on this call are great at that. So excellent. I don't even have to spend a lot of time here. Incorporate generosity into our financial practices. I've heard some of you on the call where you're giving your last to someone on the street, not knowing where that money was going to go, but knowing that give doesn't mean reciprocity supposed to take place in that situation from that person. You give them, they're supposed to give you something in return. You gave because that's where your heart is at, out of the goodness and the greatness of your heart. If the reciprocity comes elsewhere, the blessings come elsewhere. Now, here's the challenge with some people giving. So selfish. Let me stop. Oh, some people be so selfish they can erode their positive impact on their wealth. The more you give, the more God got to give you to be able to give. The more you give, the more God got to give you to be able to give. Look, family, it ain't always money. It's giving time. It's helping someone on a project and you get nothing in return other than the fact that you help it lift someone's dream and vision up. Someone give in a direction because they gave in that direction. They get frustrated because that direction that they gave to isn't reciprocating, isn't bringing anything back. It wasn't designed for them to give it back. And we stop looking in that direction. We turn around and open up and just give from goodness of our heart out of love, care, and concern for our brothers and sisters out here. If we stop looking and should it come back from that direction and we open up our mind, we see it's coming in all directions. An opportunity over here, relationship, new relationship fostered here that opens a person up to a whole new network that they've never even thought about. And that started from one seed of gifting over here that the harvest took place in a different location. Philosophy incorporated generosity to our financial practices, which why did I put that as philosophy twice? And then the mindset around develop a sense of fulfillment and purpose through acts of generosity and giving. I copied it twice. I know what I did. And the last one, family. Appreciation for life as an asset. I started out with this, but talking about gratitude, I'm bookending it with this one right here. Philosophy behind this: life itself is the most valuable asset. By cultivating an appreciation for life, by cultivating an appreciation for life, It'll enhance your ability to appreciate and manage other assets, including financial resources. Former world was me being an accountant. So deal with assets and liabilities, appreciation, depreciation. Here's what I say when it comes to life. Because where our attitude is at around money, we become a depreciating asset. Our value diminishes, our self-esteem, who we are as a person. I think everything goes down. But we can shift our attitude, start appreciating who we are, the most valuable asset on earth, and get excited about our present moment. Get excited about the relationships we have, the good, the bad, the ugly. I don't even care. Just appreciate them, because you can have an ugly relationship, but the good news about that relationship, if we appreciate it, it gives me contrast of what I don't want, so I can focus on more on what I do want. You may be dealing with a boss, you may be dealing with a business partner, you may be dealing with any relationship that has contrast in it. Embrace it, appreciate it. Appreciate it, because here's the thing, we want to look at life through the lenses of our true essence. So we can see the good in all situations and circumstances. The world's going to turn back and reflect good back to us. So when we can appreciate life, all the situations, all the circumstances, then our life will appreciate, meaning go up in value. That will only happen if we look at ourselves as an asset. That goes back to living life on purpose. Being tuned in and turned on to that purpose flow. Expressing our purpose to the world through our passion projects. Getting excited about whatever the situation we're sitting in is a lesson to be learned that's aiding us on that journey. Our job is to be patient in the process. Embrace all the experiences. Continue to appreciate life so that life as an asset will continue to appreciate and grow. So here, the mindset, develop a passion for life's riches, the richness. See each day as a valuable asset and approach financial decisions with the same gratitude, recognizing the interconnectedness of your financial journey with the broader tapestry of your life. So with that, am I good on time? Well, we're going to be good on time because I am done.
You, you are good. You are good. However, I do want to ask you this. I mean, this was phenomenal. Just an awesome job. You gave 6, but there was one that I didn't get, and that was number 4. I don't know if you have number 4 available, but I did get number 1, where it's gratitude for abundance. I got detachment from materialism. I got holistic wealth perspective. Okay, that was number 3 that I have. Okay, number 1, I have gratitude for abundance. Number 2, detachment from materialism. Number 3, okay, embracing. All right, there we go. All right, embracing financial. That's the one I didn't have. Okay, embracing. Okay. Wow, this was so phenomenal. I mean, you did it. You hit a home run, Brother Gary Sugar, and I didn't expect any less, because you're just awesome like that. And so, with that being said, I'm so grateful for you being here. I do have a question for you, though. When you talk about all of these, the 6 uh, attributes of making sure that you have the money of attitude, when you talk about the generosity and giving back. Can you explain that just a little bit more about, being generous and giving back? Like, who do you give back to when you're generous? Where do you plant your generosity?
So when we move with our spirit lenses on, The path where we're supposed to give will illuminate. We won't even question it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oftentimes we question our giving when we feel like we're forced to give because we're not tuned into that. So you just gotta be knowing that you're in flow, that you're on purpose, and y'all will hear me always talk about purpose and passion. And you can't give everywhere. You give where you're supposed to give. And the heart will always know that. The mind will question it, but the heart will always know. So if
Yes.
you're following your heart, you know exactly who to give to and when to give to.
Yes. And I like that because, when you become, wealthy and, giving back is so important to actually growing your wealth. And a lot of people don't understand that. They want to abhor it all to themselves and they want to kind of do the things that they do. But if you never give back and don't share, then you don't get back. Your wealth doesn't grow, it just diminishes all the time. So I am just so grateful for you giving these six nuggets here. And then you talked about the last one, which was appreciation for life as an asset. Can you tell us a little bit about appreciating your life as an asset? Because a lot of people don't realize how important and how precious life is.
Just think about it now. We're all on here leveraging technology, being able to see each other, even though we're not physically amongst each other, but we still have close proximity. That's something to appreciate because you have many who are off by themselves right now, access to no one, wishing someone would knock on their door to show up with whatever blessing to be an answer to their prayers. We appreciate where we are in life. That means appreciate our sickness, appreciate our health,
Mm,
appreciate our sadness, appreciate our gladness, appreciate the relationships that are with us today, and appreciate the ones who are no longer here. That's when we move through life like that. We're able to stay even keeled. We don't get too high, we don't get too low. We're right here, moving in a state of knowing that everything's unfolding accordingly. When we operate like that, we can only go up.
mm,
Living in a state of joy, peace, harmony, and love. But we don't operate like that. We're living in those lower frequencies, frustration, despair, depression, desire at a level of I don't have, lack. All those lower frequencies don't serve us, but they're part of the journey. Our job is not to sit with it, let that storm pass. That's why gratitude is so important. Waking up all the time and throughout your day, being grateful, excited about some aspect of life, especially in those stormy moments. That's
yes.
our shelter. Life is bringing the hail, the tsunamis, the hurricanes, you name it, all type of destruction around us.
Yes.
Our shelter is finding something to appreciate. I got eyes to be able to see what I'm witnessing
Yes.
right now. Is
Mm,
appreciating the sun alone.
yes.
We
Yes.
think about Sister Crystal laying on that bed for all them months. God put her through that because she was destined for that journey. She had the wherewithal to be in a state of peace to be able to make it through that.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
I think I probably would have threw in the towel,
Right.
but that was part of her journey, and she get to embrace that because she get to lift so many people up after seeing her go through that. My journey is something different that can inspire a whole group of people who are thrown in the towel and say they can't make it out of these trap walls of our environment.
Mm,
We all have journeys in life that we must appreciate because they're setting us up for something. And we got
mhm.
to celebrate that now versus trying to celebrate it later because later probably won't ever come because our attitudes and our mindset. So that's what I mean by appreciating life. No matter what is happening right now, find a way to go to that shelter of appreciation and have a gratitude about whatever it is.
Yes. Yes. Wow. Wow. Amazing. You are just amazing. I thank you so very much for this. I really have a lot of questions, or a lot of other questions, but I would wait and hold that for the VIP room, because we're going to go into our VIP room. And for those who would like to be in the VIP room, please make sure you stay right here while we shut down our YouTube live. But we're going to go into the VIP room, and you're feel free to ask any questions. Brother Gary Sugar will be with us, and we're going to make sure that whatever questions you have, that you are able to ask them in the VIP room. But I want to thank all of you for being here on YouTube Live. We've had a wonderful week. We've had 5 days of knowledge and wisdom, and I hope that you got something out of these 5 days of challenges. And if you didn't, you can go back on the YouTubes and look at them again, and also get a lot of the knowledge from there as well. So with that being said, I want you to know that we are grateful for you being here. And if you want to be a part of us, please join the VIP room. We're going to go right there immediately after the YouTube Live. So I'm Dr. Angela J. Holmes of Chicago, and thank you so much for being here on our YouTube Live. And we're going to shut it down in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.